Hey guys, so I just wanted to make a really quick video. As you may or may not know, there was a shooting in Arizona a few days ago. I'm sure you probably heard about it. It was all over the news. A guy in the crowd went to a public event sponsored by Congresswoman Giffords from the 8th District of Arizona. He opened fire. He killed 6 people, including a federal judge, a 9-year-old girl, several other people. Many people were wounded. I think I heard like over a dozen people were wounded, including the congresswoman herself. Thoughts and prayers go out to all the families of everyone wounded and injured in that shooting, um, especially the family of the 9-year-old girl. I know we're hearing a lot about that. And thoughts and prayers go out to the people who are continuing um, to heal from it emotionally and physically. What I really wanted to talk about though is how people have been reacting to this whole event. I figured out about it. I saw someone post something on Facebook about it, so I immediately turned on my television. I started watching um, the most popular news channel in my family because of my parents, Fox News. Don't hate me. I know it's not everyone's favorite. But I actually ended up switching between in our cable, channel 64 is Fox and channel 65 is MSNBC. And I switched around because I kind of, wanted to get two different stories, and sometimes something would be focusing on something else, and I really wanted to know what was going on. I am purely disgusted at how much this whole thing has been turned into like a political issue. I was watching Fox, and I heard him talk so much about the healthcare plan and how it was identified that the guy who shot was known as being more right winged. And the congresswoman from Arizona was a Democrat, and she supported the healthcare bill. And we heard about, like, oh, America is so angry with the Democrats, and how, oh my God, this is just how horrible people feel. And like, I was getting that vibe that, like, oh my God, this is just like some random citizen just getting pissed off at the democratic government and all this crap. And then you go to MSNBC, and they focus so much on the political ideologies of, I don't think that's a word, ideologies, whatever. They focus so much on the politics of the shooter and how he was known for being a Republican, and I think he was even like a war veteran from something. I don't know. And like they kept talking, like they kept pushing, like they didn't really say much, but like, look, this guy, he killed 6 people and he was a Republican, and he shot a Democrat, like all this stuff. Like, he was a Republican, the victim was a Democrat, all this. And like, it was like, shut the fuck up. Can't we as Americans like watch something like this and immediately not choose sides and think that it has something to do with us? Like, I'm a Democrat, I take offense at this because it was a Republican shooting a Democrat. Or if you're a Republican, like, oh my God, this is horrible. Like, this, proves our point that people are pissed off at the government. Like, my God, some guy went into a crowd and open fired and shot people. Like, can't we like take this time to just shut up about shit like that and be there for the families, like, meant, like, in prayers and thoughts, like, and not point this. Like, I am just disgusted at how much we, like, and it was immediate, like, this just happened and people were already playing this little politics game, and it just kind of disgusts me. And that was my thought, and I just kind of wanted to rant about it for a little, just because it was disgusting. I had to turn off the news, and I went online and I started reading like Yahoo story on it to get information, because the news sources were just, it was horrible. And so I think that just in times like this, like, this is, I mean, you think about it, and I would almost consider it a national disaster. Like, it was almost like an American terrorist attack. I mean, some guy went in and shot innocent people. Like, that's horrible. Like, it's no different than like the Virginia Tech shootings or Columbine or anything. Some guy went in with supposedly an automatic weapon and just opened fired at dozens of innocent people, wounded dozens, killed half a dozen. It's horrible. And if we could just take a time to like just listen to this and not start pointing fingers at whose fault it is, I'd really appreciate it. And so, yeah, like I said before, my thoughts and prayers go out to everyone affected by this. And I pray for the nation as a whole that we can get our heads out of our asses and stop playing this little two party game, because I'm tired of the it's their fault, it's not our fault, this was them. It's getting sick. Okay? So keep everyone in your prayers. And yeah, so that was my rant. Peace out, YouTube.